everybody. It's me, Victor, and I'm here today to talk about the survivalist diet. You know, I know it's not always an option, what you get to eat. Sometimes you're lucky to find a sidewalk chicken bone. But when things are a little less extreme and there's more opportunity, personally, I like self-contained items. Tacos, sandwiches, ice cream cones, things that can take care of themselves, no fork or plate needed. That's why soup is for sick people. It's weak. Needs a bowl and a spoon to make it anywhere. I also like things on a stick, shish kebab, corn dog, marshmallows, things that took it right through the heart and then you can gnaw it off with your teeth. My favorite though is jerky. Any kind. Squirrel, pigeon. Right now I'm pulling up some rat. Buried it in my capsule after skinning this puppy up and drying him out. It's a way I store personal items. It's also a test for my willpower. I ate half the stash and then buried the rest down here. Question is, am I strong enough to wait 3 months to eat the rest of the half of the stash? The answer is yes. Yes, I am. I'm strong enough. Somebody's coming. I gotta go into stealth mode. That was a close one. Next time I can talk to you more about my effective methods of camouflage. Right now we're talking capsules. Can't be precious about it, you just stick some crap in a bag. This one's got my retainer, porno, and the jerky. So freaking good. Because it's true, absence makes the heart grow fonder. And it's good to have some rations you can get to on an as-need basis. That's what you gotta do when you're living on the DL. Sneaking around all the nooks and crannies. Think about it, snakes don't have backpacks. That's what you gotta do. You just put some shit in a bag, wrap it in some bubble wrap if you got it, maybe some burlap. If you got a Tupperware, seal up the seams with Gorilla Tape. Not duct tape. Think about it, gorilla versus duck. No contest. Until next time, signing off, Victor.
Man, these things are heavy. Building my muscles and my bibliography at the same time, you know what I mean? Oh, invertebrates. I'm in the thick of it. So much research. Hey, you ever seen any of these guys around here? No, but apparently they're local. And I figured it couldn't hurt to ask, right? Well, that's the #1 rule of research. You never know where you're gonna find the lead you're looking for, right? Oh, no, well, no, not yet, anyway. I'm still working on my dissertation. I'm calling it Urban Ecological Phenomenon, the Teroptosis nutricula in context. That's the primary invertebrate that I'm looking for. It's my focus. It's a freshwater jellyfish that can basically live forever. It's immortal. It's a totally fascinating ecological phenomenon happening right here in this neighborhood. It's true. But I need some data. I need some proof. I need some eyewitness accounts. Well, I'm trying to get out in the community more, make some contacts, use the public library, talk to the locals so it's not just a view from the ivory tower, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get into the real nitty-gritty of the research. I mean, this is happening right here, all around us. Why isn't everyone talking about it? Hey, that rig is pretty sweet. Oh, sorry, I should have introduced myself. I'm Glenn. So are you local then? Yeah, me neither. I just moved here for school, you know? Haven't really spent much time in the neighborhood, to be honest. Oh, well, I've never really had any reason to. I've been pretty busy. I also heard it was a little sketchy out this way. But now, I'm on the trail of the Teroptosis nutricula. Screw the risks. And, thanks to my research, maybe I'll actually get to know the place, the people. Well, the salt of the earth, as they say. Nothing like working on your dissertation to help you get to know your neighbors.
same with drugs or religion. Basically, what I'm getting at is that sometimes all of us, even though we've done nothing wrong, do feel a little alienated, perhaps a little estranged from the dominant norms of society maybe, or ourselves even, our communities. What are we missing? What do we need to find? Flow. That's what we're missing. Flow. You know, you've got those miraculous times when you are on the ball, in the groove, in liminal space, riding the wave, riding the donkey, those times when you're in the pocket and you are feeling a state of productive transcendence when the ego falls away. That's flow. How do we get there though, right? I got visual aids. Right here. We use the axis of best use. Now, the axis of best use is great because it deals with some terms we're familiar with, space and time. Now, we have a biaxial graph here, and what we need to do is, because we're always stuffing too much stuff into too little amount of space, and look, we need to concentrate our actions along this axis. Because look, if you have only a tiny bit of space, but tons and tons of time, you might be in jail or on a raft at sea. These are stressful events. Stress is the opposite of flow. Or over here, you have tons of space, but only a little bit of time, you might be a hunted bison. Also stressful. So, what you have to do is if you only have a tiny bit of space and a tiny bit of time, you take a vitamin. That is the perfect use of the space and time. Or we can look here to our mentor, the horseshoe crab. Horseshoe crab has been around forever, since before the dinosaurs, no sign of them leaving. They take up the entire ocean, lots of space, great use of space and time horseshoe crabs. So, what we have going for us, though, is that we can make our own pies to help us understand how time and space work together. Because if we're really going to lay it out, we need to have a clear understanding. So, these are my personal pies, your pies might look a little different. But basically, there's these things in your life that you have to do. I understand, I'm a modern human. I'm not asking you to sacrifice those things. There's times when you must be, wiping and washing, either other people, yourself, countertops, whatever it is. There's times when you're sweating, either on purpose or by accident. I know, you have to spend time with machines, all these things, but what about this? That juicy slice of the unknown, when you have no idea what you're doing. That is your untapped resource right there. Those times when you say, I have not got the foggiest idea how it could be 6 o'clock already. What have I been? Right there. Put that with your unused unused slice of the space pie. Now, see, space pie, I understand you have to be in hallways and tunnels. There's times when you must be in storage areas that smell like mildew or not. But what about those times when you have no idea where you are, right? Those times when you're like, oh my God, where am I? Or those times when you are actually in cyberspace, which is not actually a real space. That's what I'm talking about right there. You put that slice with the other slice, you have this bow tie of untapped potential. That is our greatest resource right here. Then all you have to do to open these floodgates to flow is look at your challenge and your skills. Now, here I admit I'm riding on the coattails of my friend Mahali, who's at the forefront of flow psychology. I've changed his chart a little bit here just to really make it work with me. But there's your challenge level, right? We all have challenges. Then there's your skill level. We all have skills. Now, there's times when our challenge level is very, very high and our skill level is a little low. Anxiety, right? We're filled with anxiety. Other times, skill level high, challenge level low, boring. This is where I switched it. He said relaxing, I think boring. We switched him around. But look at that. Right here, in between arousal and control, that is flow. And that's what I'm talking about, this sweet spot, where you have maximized your challenge level and your skill level to find the exact perfect activity for me. Oh my God, thank you so much. For Ruth. For Lorna. Oh, bless her heart. I'm so embarrassed, I'm blushing. I'm a little thrown off. Wasn't expecting this. It's weird timing right in the middle of the presentation. But I think maybe I should just let it all sink in. And yeah, let's just take a little break. Let all this information sink in, because this is about really taking care of yourself too. You can't find flow without a lot of self-care. So I have to make a phone call real quick. Thank you so much. I'll be back in just a minute.
busy. Or maybe they don't want to talk to me for some reason, I don't know. Oh, no, not unfriendly. I wouldn't say that. It's just that they're busy, doing things that aren't my dissertation. I mean, they're hanging out, walking around, living their lives, doing things they gotta do. Whatever those things are, maybe exciting things. I mean, even you, for example. Yeah, you seem like a pretty nice guy, or bird, sorry, but you're probably busy doing your own thing, right? I mean, you live on this awesome boat. That must be wild, huh? You gotta be careful of the waves and the weather and stuff. Oh, but not too careful, of course. I mean, that's always a tricky thing. Do you wear your headphones when you're walking home at night? Do you eat the hoagie from the food truck when the lady's not wearing gloves? It's hard to say. It's hard to gauge those risks, right? And then you think about boats and about water. It's so unstable and moving all the time. You know, I TA'd for a class this one semester about a ship that sank while docked in the Chicago River. The SS Eastland. It sank just because it had too many lifeboats aboard. True story. It capsized right there in port. 844 people died. It's sad, right? That class was called the SS Eastland, Metaphor and Irony. You can't make stuff like that up. Fact is stranger than fiction, as they say. Bella! Sir, I just have a few questions. I'm conducting some interviews, okay? Well, what hotel do you work at?
It's bar and bad. I can't.
Oh, no, I don't actually need a hotel.
Alright, I blew it. Okay, I blew it. Never actually used this form of camo before. I don't know how a bellboy acts. Screwed up, okay?
You're not actually a bellboy?
No. I'm just trying to stash my project.
What kind of project? Like a thesis project?
Like a life project. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Glenn. I'm here at the university working on my dissertation about the sudden bloom in non-native invertebrate life in the area.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing some non-native invertebrate life right here. Welcome.
What? Is that an insult?
Yeah, camouflaged as a nicety.
Listen, I'm sure you're very, very busy, but I just need to find out if anyone has seen this certain kind of jellyfish that I'm looking for.
Turricosis nutricula?
Yeah? You know about them?
Oh yeah. We're like this.
Amazing. This guy's seen them. Oh, great. Okay, so I've been gathering research for a while now, right? About how these jellyfish can cycle from mature adult to immature polyp stage and back again. Over and over. It's like the fountain of youth.
Yeah. No shit, they're immortal.
Right, but do they know they're doing it? Or is it just some brainless process?
Brainless. These suckers are smarter than we'll ever be. They're masters of survival.
Have you ever seen one die? Like from disease or anything?
What part of immortal don't you understand?
Right, but nothing says these jellyfish won't die from getting sick or getting eaten, right? It's just that they won't age their way to death. Listen, I know that they're found in a local waterway. Where is this stream?
I don't know anything about this place. It's not a stream, it's an underground creek/sewer.
Creek is underground? That explains why I can't find it on a map until it appears out by City Line Ave.
Listen, Dumbbell. Let me break it down for you, alright? Mill Creek used to run above ground all through here. It's the brook that overbrook is over. Check it out. Back in the 1800s, Mill Creek was a tributary of the Schuylkill River, bringing fresh water to the Delaware. But by the 1860s, it was totally polluted. People had crapped it up, from slaughterhouses, tanneries, homes. So bad that by the 1890s, Philadelphia was the site of the worst typhoid epidemic of anywhere in the country. That's fever, sweats, headache, bloody nose, diarrhea, vomiting, dehydration, death. So, they wrapped that shit in condoms concrete and buried it.
But that's not uncommon. I mean, in lots of urban centers, they did debt the streams. They captured them in cement tubes and then turned them into sewers. Engineers found that this took advantage of already existing waterways and gravity, rather than having to create a whole new system of energy and pumps.
Anyway, this particular pipe was 20 feet wide. They filled in the floodplain and they built stuff on it. The whole process took more than 25 years. The city loved it because it made it easier to divide up property lines, and it saved them needing to build more bridges.
So the mortal jellyfish live in sewage? It's fascinating. What does this say about an organism's ability to adapt to contaminated water?
I don't know. I do know, though, that the Mill Creek still drains sewage from about half of West Philadelphia and the suburbs upstream. Only problem is, now the size of the pipe is way too small for the amount of wastewater it's got to carry. So, a couple times a year, water cracks the pipe, splits it, sewer overflows, and brown water goes squirting from manhole covers. Mother freaking nature being like, yeah, you want to pipe me in? You want to tell me which way to go? Yeah, right, suckers! I'm filling in your basement with water. I am making massive freaking potholes! And the people, they keep building. It's like take a hit, you know?
It's pretty insane. It's pretty terrifying, right? You know, the bursting, the instability. How do you live here knowing what you know?
Well, you say terrifying, I say monumental. I say mentorship even. I've been studying this creek. I'm a learning man. How it stays large and in charge in spite of its walls. It's speaking my language. A rumble to my left, I'm shifting. A gurgle to my right, watch
Imagine if you might just be sitting in your kitchen one day eating a waffle and then just end up in your basement.
You don't got to imagine. In real life, for more than 60 years, the ground's been collapsing all along the lines of the sewers. In the 1940s, 47 homes were demolished because they were filled with sewer rats and plagued with vapor. 1945, a big collapse of the sewer caused a bunch of row homes to fall in. 1952, over by Sansom Street, a 35-foot deep cave-in swallowed 2 cars and the porches of 3 houses crumbled in. And then, on July 17, 1961, over by 50th and Brown, a massive sewer collapse brought down 4 houses, killed 3 people. Ultimately, 111 homes were condemned and demolished, leaving hundreds of people homeless and everybody fearful of further collapse. And the creek's like, sorry folks, I was here first. The planners, the developers, they keep building. I mean, it's not like they're the ones living in those houses, you know what I mean?
What a story.
Well, don't freaking romanticize it.
How did a jellyfish fit into all of this?
You're the graduate student.
These jellyfish have found some way to make this sewage stream work. They've even adjusted to the lack of salt water. If only I could observe them for a few days.
Yeah, good luck, pal.
So what would it take to get you to bring up a specimen for me, okay?
No way. No way. I only throw back.
Come on. I can pay you. I'll even credit you in my dissertation. I can't go down there myself. I know I have some cash around here. Oh, here. Where'd he go? I could have sworn he was just here. Maybe there's someone else I can talk to. Just some bellboy, right? Just some guy, and he's seen them. Maybe they're not as uncommon as I thought. Maybe lots of people around here see them. Maybe they're making their way above ground into puddles or something. Who knows? This is great. This is just proving what I already thought. I gotta get out there and talk to people. Put rubber to the pavement, floor to the floor. And maybe I'll meet someone else. Someone slightly more agreeable. Who's seen them and who won't just evaporate like that. But keep an eye out for that guy, will you? Thanks, man. Really? Across the street? Oh, I really appreciate it.
trophy day. Happens just once a year that I pull up my trophy capsule, dig them all up, usually wait till the ground freezes just for the challenge. And pull them out and I give them all a little look-see, polish them up, make sure there's no tarnish or corrosion happening. Think about all those times that I exceeded people's expectations by being the best. Like the fourth best. You know, and it's not just nostalgic, it's practical too. You know, I could melt all this down if I needed like nunchucks or brass knuckles, mouth guards, anything for battle. So then they go back in the ground. 5, 20, 74 feet deep. And I cover them back up. No sign I was even there. No fuss, no muss. The basic principle of camouflage. You hide a piece of your identity so that nobody knows you were there. Yet you get to keep what is awesome about yourself. It's true. Other organisms practice this, not just me. For example, the octopus. Octopus is hanging out with the sponges. Nobody even sees an octopus because it's all like spongy. And then all of a sudden, bam, it blanches white and it's out of there. Or during World War I, they used this thing called Dazzle Camo. Dazzle Camo, they hired all these artists to paint the battleships, all these crazy colors, so you couldn't tell which way the ship was going. The enemy couldn't even triangulate their torpedoes or their missiles because they couldn't tell which way the ship was going. And then meanwhile, bam! It was out of there. Or my favorite is scent camo. Now I'm working on this myself. It's this method that things like the Jumping Spider uses. Jumping Spider goes along and is like, oh, I found a pile of dead ants, or I made a pile of dead ants. And then I rub myself all in it, get the dead ant smell all over, go up to the ant house, and I'm like, hey, can I come in? I'm an ant. And they're like, well, you're a little big for an ant, but you smell like an ant, sure, come on in. And then he's like,
Victor! Quit stomping around up there. It's messing with my signal.
Lord, I'm in the middle of my Trophy Day broadcast. Hold on a second. To be continued.
Well, I'm about to go on the air myself, Victor, and the reception's not so good. Take a look at the antenna, will you? Come on. Would it kill you to do something nice for another person?
Oh, Jesus, you sound like my mother.
Oh, don't bring Patrice into this, Victor. Just fix the damn thing.
Fixing it.
Welcome back. Join me in Lorna's lair for diagnostics from the depths, about the depths. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Lorna, broadcasting from beneath your feet, pirating the airwaves to work with vapors and gases to cure your common conditions, be it physical or social, above ground or below. Why vapors? Why gases? I work with the non-fluids, non-solids because they are volatile. They are inherently unstable. They expand to fill the containers they inhabit and thus have unique access to the crevices of the body and brain that are often unreachable by fluid or solid. Now, as many of you may know, gases are made up of a number of small particles, all of which are in constant random motion, bumping up against each other and the walls of their container, be it your seltzer bottle or this rock crevice here. All of this constant banging up against each other creates an energy buildup, a release, an explosive quality that can reset the body's chemistry, curing whatever syndrome you may or may not be suffering from. Oh, first caller.
Hello, can you hear me?
Come in, caller. Tell me what's been going on for you.
Hi, Lorna. I'm a long-time listener, but first-time caller.
Great, go on.
Well, I've always been what you'd call just a regular guy, right? Well, then lately, I've begun to suffer from an inability to distinguish between real and imagined danger.
Tell me more.
I've always enjoyed bathing. Used to preen myself for hours. But then lately when I turn on the tap, I can't help but smell this foul odor coming out. I have this tingling sensation in my beak. It tastes like metal, even after I eat a whole bag of sunflower seeds. I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting, but I just can't shake this feeling that something is going terribly wrong.
It's a foul odor. It's interesting. You know, you're not the first one to call in about this. There's a lot of nervous nincompoops in the world above.
Hey.
Sorry. What I meant to say is, you're not alone. Yes. It sounds like what you're suffering from is called rhisciomylosis. Yes, it's a fairly common disorder. Simple gas will do just fine. No need to go into the vapor realm. You must take some silicate rock gas. It's rich in iron and magnesium. Now, this gas originates in the Earth's mantle and then migrates its way to the surface. Oh, here it is. It will bounce up against your insides and clear them out. It will take up the space that was once occupied by fog or fear. What? Victor? Victor, are you still there? What? God damn it, something. Victor! Son of a bitch. I'm having some serious problems. I can't believe it. Why is it happening? Victor! I can't quite feel what's happening. Oh, God, yes. Son of a bitch. To just once be able to listen to the entire evening news. I mean, for crying out loud, it's that nut job illegal radio station of Florida's. She's not humping my sister. She's screwing with the airwaves. Once, I'd love to listen to the whole show. Just once, for crying out loud. God.
Hello? Lorna? Lorna, are you still there? Lorna, I still need answers. Hello?
Not like a really big problem. I can cross it off the list. The legs just get hairier, they get longer, nothing really apps like Fundraise for Tour. Here we are on tour. We're going to fundraise. We probably should have done it in the last fiscal year, right? So it's one of those things where we just have to give that up and be like, we are going directly to the donors, to the people who appreciate the art, the people who will pass by the bucket at the door and chip in. We do not need any of that middleman fundraiser type event. Great. You can be like, great. So then, my friend, you are holding the red, and you take the red, and you hold it, and you embrace my failure to fundraise. And I don't have to worry about that anymore. Then you say black, already dead. Sorry to say it's true. There are some things on the list that have just passed their time, such as, well, call Paul back. Now, Paul called months ago. I didn't call him back. At this point, I would be initiating a new conversation with Paul, which is not actually on the list. I don't have anything to say to Paul at this point. I don't remember why he was calling. Paul, I'm sorry, you are dead to me in the context of this list. You can say, sorry, Paul, that's already dead. Oh my God, the green is coming out of the black hole. It's really getting out of control. But you can say, great, you hold on to the black, community, hold back. Oh, so close. And then you can be like, great, that's taken care of. I don't have to think about all those things I don't have to think about anymore because they are now held by you. So we say yellow. Yellow is really where we can make the most progress. Yellow is really what we want to gravitate toward. Immediate care might make a positive difference in outcome. Now, why wouldn't we want everything on our list to actually matter if we did it, right? Immediate care might make a positive difference in outcome, yes. Yes, yellow. Yellow is the things that you need to do to prevent your life from crumbling down around you and crushing you. Yellow, those pillars of your day that need to be done on the list, and you get so confused with all the red and the green and the black that you don't see the yellow. And then you miss your job, and then your life does collapse around you. Let's talk about yellow. So, yellow, extractor shifts. I work as a safety inspector at the extractor. I didn't get in the grant. I had to have a day job. I'm still an artist. Just because I have a day job does not mean I'm not an artist. So I had to get this extractor shift. It's fine. I'm fine at it. It's okay. But really, that is important for me to actually fulfill that duty because I have to pay my bills and all of those things. Yellow. Mark it yellow. Go to your job. Or things like date with Lorna. Now, Lorna is my true love. I need to put some energy in order to get energy out, if you know what I mean. So I need to have a day with Lorna. That needs to be yellow. There are things both in our personal and professional lives we have to prioritize yellow. Yellow. Now, yellow generally goes way, way out to the audience, but you get the general feel. You understand. I want to just quickly address that there is a tiny, tiny bit of orange. Because I appreciate that this is the modern world, we all experience nuance. Things are sometimes not quite as clear as this. There's also the ability to personalize the system and make it more for you. Like maybe you know a lumberjack who is in danger and you need to help them, or you know there's things like a florist that needs you, or maybe even gay pride. There's things that you can make the system work for you. Basically, the thing I'm most excited about is the theme song. What advisor's never gonna believe it. Over Buffalo and Philadelphia. Okay, could you just, ma'am, sorry, God, why was I doing that? Okay, could you just answer a few questions for me? Okay, thank you. That's all you can ask. Okay, just tell me what you just saw.
I saw a water buffalo.
And can you describe it?
Brown.
Brown,
Had horns.
horns. Qualitative, did it look threatening?
No.
Okay, one more question. Have you by any chance seen this immortal jellyfish that I've been looking for this whole time?
I have not.
Do you
Sorry.
know where they live?
I've heard that they live in the sewer.
You've heard what I've heard, but nothing more.
That's all I've heard.
Thank you. Any sign of that bellboy? He's really the only one around here who's seen him. Gotta find him. Just can't go down to that underground creek myself, not with my condition. Oh, it's just this thing. I can't handle anything below, beneath, or covered up, you know? It's actually kind of serious. I mean, I was just at this blood drive and it's terrible. I've never donated blood before, and with good reason. All that equipment, tubes and needles. It's different when it's just you, you know. I mean, you're in charge. What's that? Is that wolves?
Or is it?
It's my billboard.
Okay, everybody, hi and welcome back. Today we're getting geared up for Power Animal Day. That's right. Today's Power Animal Day, we're starting off with a little of the old and then we transition into a little because today we're celebrating the ultimate of all power animals, Turritopsis nutricula.
Whoa, what luck!
Call it luck, call it fate. Either way, this is probably the first chance most of y'all back home have gotten to glimpse something immortal.
Why did I bring my camera? Oh.
It would be cool. So anyway, let's talk about immortality. You know, it's tricky because it's pretty much impossible. You know, it's like a magic shield or something. But imagine, just imagine you're standing there and you're coming at me and you got giant big ass tusks, or you got poisonous fangs, or you got wicked sharp claws and you're coming at me and I'm like, go ahead, gore me, slash me, sting my face, I'm not gonna die. And the jaguar slinks away, and the scorpion tries again and again, and I'm just there laughing. That's not gonna happen, is it? No. Not gonna happen. We might as well just admit what tender, wimpy-ass little flesh bags we are, and get on with living as stealth and incognito as possible, avoiding the clutches of death as long as we can. And meanwhile, we celebrate the immortal jellyfish, stealthiest of all power animals. I'm gonna bring them up, give you guys a glimpse of them. Got one of my traps right here. Okay. Here we go. Ready?
How might be bigger? No.
No! No!
What's wrong?
Damn it! No! Shit! I gotta get out of here!
Get in one of those dolphins.
No! I gotta go! You gotta get out of here! Stop looking at me! Stop looking at me! No! Crap! That's not...
any minute, but oh well. Victor, come here. Tell me what's been going on up there.
We gotta get out of here. I gotta get my fossil collection. I came down here to get my fossils. I'm going. I gotta go. Where'd you put my fossils?
What are you talking about? Calm down, Victor.
Calm down. Calm down. Lorna. They're dead. The immortal jellyfish are dead.
Just because one is dead, Victor, doesn't mean they all are. Maybe it just got sick.
No. All the ones in my trap died. So I went down into the creek to check it out. It's like a viscous graveyard. The surface is thick with them. You're dead meat.
Victor, you are such an alarmist.
It's true. I'm alarmed. I'm alarmed that an entire species that's supposed to be immortal is now dead. I do find that alarming. And for somebody that's supposed to be so sensitive, I don't know if you can feel those rumblings in the floor, and the lamp is shaking. And it stinks in here!
Fox smells its own hole first, Victor.
I am not talking about farting!
Where do you want me to go? This is my home. And plus, I'm needed here, my callers. And also, Ruth is gonna get back tonight. How would she even find me? Victor, do I have anything in my tea?
Ugh, gross. Listen, where did you put my fossil collection? I need it. I gotta get out of here. You better not have turned them into remedies.
Now that I think about it, I might have put them in the distillation chamber. Let me go check.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Oh well.
Hello? I mean, hello? This is Lorna speaking in Lorna's lair.
Oh Lorna, thank goodness!
Oh, what are you doing calling from Victor's treehouse? This is a private line, you know. Victor is a very private person.
Lorna, Victor's not here. He ran off when he saw the dead jellyfish. I'm all alone. But a woman at a blood drive told me about your radio show, and well, I'm in a moment of personal crisis.
Oh, this isn't that brilliant jellyfish researcher I've been hearing so much about, is it?
Oh, great, you've heard about me. Oh, right. Okay, so I've been collecting research, right, for a while now about how these jellyfish can
Yeah,
sample-
go on. Tell me everything. I'm so interested. Just tell me absolutely everything.
Thank you, Lorna. I really appreciate it. I don't have anyone to confide in like this. To talk about the big stuff, you know? Just been so focused on my research, but it's lonely, Lorna. I never realized how scientific inquiry could be so isolating or challenging. I really thought I knew what I was getting myself into. Just didn't understand the subterranean nature of this work, or what a wimp I feel like trying to depend upon some random disenfranchised weirdos to collect my specimens for me. Well, and plus, now there's this water buffalo roaming around, which could really throw the whole project off. It's a whole new variable, and now these wolves are here, lions, whatever, and the deeper I get, that's just it, Lorna. The deeper I get, I can't get any deeper. My condition starts acting up. I can only grow broader, flatter, longer, but not deeper. Never deeper. Maybe that's what's been wrong all along. I don't know. Lorna, I never feel this relaxed talking to anybody, especially strangers. But you don't feel like a stranger, Lorna. I feel like you get me. I feel like you really get me. Those jellyfish. Ugh. That's the thing. I've seen a few dead ones, but how am I supposed to verify a larger die-off without going underground? And without a larger die-off, there's nothing worth writing about. And plus, the stream where this supposedly is all happening is actually just a river of sewage. Sewage! What academic value is a story about invertebrates living in sewage? Hello? Now that I say it out loud, it kind of has a ring to it. Fountain of Youth, actually, river of sewage. Yeah. I think that works. I think you're right, Lorna. I think that's the hook. Fountain of Youth, river of sewage. That sounds publishable. I'd still have to go underground to prove all this, to get all the details, and I can't do that. Or can I? Maybe you're right, Lorna. Maybe it's time. Take another step. Go a little bit further. No, deeper, right? Deeper. Underneath. But I could do that. I just donated blood today. That was huge. And it didn't kill me, did it? No, I'm still here, and I'm healthy, and I got a sticker. Lorna, I can do this. The next manhole cover I see, I'm just gonna lift it up with my bare hands, and I'm gonna dive right into the sewage. Me and the jellyfish. Oh, Lorna, I can't thank you enough. You are a miracle worker. Beginning to experiment with it when Victor came storming in.
What?
Freaked out.
Is he okay? What's wrong? God, you don't smell that? Phew.
Oh, he ran off in a huff. He was just upset that the jellyfish were dead.
What?
Oh, he was all doom and gloom. Honey, let's talk about how beautiful you are.
Oh.
Especially with all that mud on.
That's so nice. But I think maybe Victor might be right. I think something might be wrong.
Enough of all this sky is falling dramatics. Just come snuggle me.
Oh, lamb face. You know that I can't wait to take your clothes off. But, you know, I actually really am a little concerned. You know, I mean, between the tunnel that was crumbling in and there was so much sewage, it was disgusting, and this smell, it's inside of your nose burning, the inside of my nose is burning. Stinking, it's so bad. And actually, I mean, when I think about the extractor and my shift there, I realize I don't actually know what I'm doing. And, you know, I maybe tagged a few things green that should have been red or yellow, hell, I don't really know. And, oh my God. Did you feel that?
Uh-huh.
We gotta get out of here. It's time to bust down the canoe. I got your solstice. Okay. and we're going to have a mold problem. I mean, the wet vac people aren't returning my calls at all. Somebody? Please? SOS! SOS!
Well, I don't know what's going on up here, but personally, I'm going down. Gotta follow this journey to its own conclusion and face some demons. Gotta see the jellyfish with my